What's up, traders? Today we're going to be talking about Tradeify and everything that they have to offer. But first, I just want to remind you that I do go live every day, Monday through Friday, 9:25 around when the market opens until around lunchtime when I decide to get hungry. I do want to remind you that code VALA here on Tradeify will always get you the best discount that they are given at any given time. Code VALA will also give you the best discount over on Apex, Buellnox, Take Profit Trader, and My Funded Futures. Those are the current prop firms that I am trading with. And I just want you to know that I only promote prop firms that I trust in and believe in and have used myself. So keep that in mind when you are watching my channel, and let's jump into this. So straight to funded, the accounts are 50K, 100K, and 150K. Obviously, their prices are going to be a little bit different. These are all based on pre-discount prices. Discount that's going on right now is a 45% discount. I don't know. They haven't really been around long enough. I know that they did have a 50% discount, but that has ended. It is now 45%. I don't know how often they're going to run these types of discounts, but as of right now, the 50K account, if you take a 45% off, it comes out to $302, which brings me to a very valid point that you can pay with a credit card. I know that is a sore point with one of the other straight to funded prop firms, and you can do that here. So the fact that you can't do it at the other one, and this is a newer prop firm, I mean, you can kind of take that for what it's worth, but they seem to have it pretty easy. The other big thing is that you can trade on Tradeify with NinjaTrader / Tradeivate. And I know that that is a big thing for a lot of traders. I know probably 80% plus of the traders that are in the prop firm use NinjaTrader. And so that is a big plus for Tradeify as well. So the big thing between these accounts, really the only couple things, is the daily loss limit, which is a soft breach that you're allowed on these accounts, and the trailing max drawdown, which is end of day on each of these accounts. So I say trailing, but it's really just trailing on the account at the end of the day. And they're all minimum days to payout are 10, consistency rule on all of them are 20, and your 20%, and your max accounts on each are 5. The big other difference is that on the 50K, you get 5 minis or 50 micros, the 100K 10 minis or 100 micros, and on the 150K 15 minis or 150 micros. Obviously there's no profit target because it's a straight to funded account. Now over to what I know are going to be the two more talked about things, and that is, do they allow DCA and do they allow scalping? Thankfully, it's in their frequently asked questions because they knew it was going to be some of the most asked questions, and I'm just going to read these off. Dollar cost averaging, DCA, refers to entering a trade with multiple executions at different price points from the initial entry. While DCA is allowed, trades may be reviewed at the time of payout if it appears DCA has been abused. One poor practice we refer to as averaging into the oblivion involves continuously adding to a losing position without a clear strategy until the trade reaches break even or slight profit, at which point it is closed. This approach and others similar to it, such as martingale, is discouraged. Executing trades with a defined strategy, including the use of DCA, is perfectly acceptable. To reiterate, DCA is allowed, but it should always be part of a structured strategy. This is not a hard rule, but trades are subject to review to ensure proper risk management. So basically they're saying you can DCA if that's your strategy. Just don't abuse it. Like, don't just keep adding to a loser over and over again if your drawdown allows you to until the trade finally works. That's essentially, I mean, most people consider that to be DCA, but we all know that there's a fine line between it being part of your strategy and then just hoping it works, right? Strategy versus hoping are two completely different things. So that's going to move us on to microscalping. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to read it off. Microscalping refers to executing trades with the intent of capturing small profits from minimal price movements, such as a few ticks or points. While this is not a strict rule, to avoid being flagged for microscalping, please ensure that at least 75% of your trades meet one of the following criteria. The trade duration is 15 seconds or longer, or the average take profit is 5 or more points. Trades flagged for microscalping will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. Our policy does not aim to penalize traders for adjusting stops or responding to sudden market moves. A microscalping flag does not automatically result in a failed account, and all flagged trades will undergo full review by our team before any action is taken. So that they kind of got that from my funded futures. I trade with them a lot now, and that is essentially their rule as well. They look for those 5 points or more, and I believe it's 2 minutes for my funded futures, but I'm pretty sure that it's one or the other type situation, just kind of like it is here. So I always just try to scout for at least over 20 ticks, which is 5 points, and I haven't had any issues there. So keep that in mind as well with Tradeify when you're scalping. And the other big thing is that with news, they just say we currently do not have any guidelines around trading news events. So I think the 20% rule is going to help them prevent big trades around news. But for right now, that is a thing that they are allowing you to trade. So if trading news is your thing, then Tradeify allows it. And then over to payouts. So payouts are going to be more like Apex structured. So we had something from my funded futures. When we come over to the payouts, when I was reading through this, I noticed a lot of Apex features inside of this. So the big thing being, if you're on a 50K account, you have to get to that 52,600, which then you can request a $2,000 payout. When you do that, your drawdown is going to go to the 50,100. So you will be left with 50,600, in turn, leaving you with a $500 buffer. Same as Apex. The big thing with them is you must trade a minimum of 10 separate days for your first withdrawal, and from request to request, if the minimum days are not met by the end of the current day pay period, then a payout may be requested in the next period once the minimum days have been met. A trading day is counted as at least one trade placed by 6 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern the next day. 5 or more of the minimum trading days must show a profit greater than $100. Abide by the 20% consistency rule, and payout approvals require you to abide by the Tradeify funded trader agreement, which is, if you want to go read through all of that, we're essentially knocking out the main points right now. Payouts can be requested twice per month, 1st through the 4th of every month and the 15th through the 18th of every month. Once your payout status is changed to approved, your funds will immediately be withdrawn from the account. After withdrawal, payments will be issued within 24 hours. That's a pretty big one, right? Everybody wants to know that once they're approved, they get the payout right away, so they can keep trading, etc. When you request a payout, you can immediately start trading. If you fail your account or fall below the minimum thresholds for a payout, you will be denied. So again, very Apex-like. So if you get to payout and you're there, don't trade. Wait till the payout window, request your payout. Once it's approved and the funds are taken out of the account, then you continue to trade. The minimum payout amount is $1,000. The maximum payout is dependent on the approved payout request number. See the table below. And then if we look at this table, it's $2,000 for the first 3 payouts that you take, and then $2,500 for the second 3. And then after that is when you get the unlimited payout structure. So they're not going by month, but they're going by payouts. But if you add all this together, if you can only get 1 payout per period, you're essentially waiting the same amount of time, which is 3 months. It's just in a different way, but they do at least allow you to go up $500 in the 50K for the 4th, 5th, and 6th payout. And then on the 100K, they allow you to go up 500 as well. And the same with the 150K. So that is kind of nice. And then it says at the time of the 5th and 6th payout, your account will be reviewed to determine whether it will be moved to a live funded account. Tradeify will contact you via email regarding this decision. When an account is moved to live funded, the account will be reset with the balance set to the trailing drawdown limit, i.e. for a 50K account, the account balance will start at $2,500. Each account you have counts as its own account. You are unable to withdraw according to the above schedule. You are to abide by the rules for each account, if you abide by the rules for each account. So I feel like those are the main questions everyone's going to have about Tradeify. If you do have any other questions, feel free to ask those down in the comment section below. You can find me in Discord. I would be more than happy to answer in there as well. I know that Brett, I talked to him. He is the one running everything over at Tradeify. He goes live every morning as well. It's for at least an hour, I've noticed. So if you want to hop into his stream, you could ask him questions as well. But it does get a little busy in there. But he is the person that would know the answer to all your questions. But I'm pretty sure I've read through most of these. And as you guys know, if you do come to me looking for answers, if I don't know the answer, I will go find it. I don't just give you some blind answer hoping I'm right. I always make sure I find the correct answer. So that's all I have for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate that support. Code VALA is going to always get you the best discount with Tradeify. So if you go to sign up with Tradeify, please use code VALA. I'd appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.